Assalamualaikum. Some divorced Muslim men rush into marriage and call it healing, while others delay for years and call it wisdom. And both can be wrong. I miss companionship too, but a harder question haunted me. Was I truly ready, or was I about to bleed on someone who'd never cut me? By the end of this video, you will know whether remarriage right now is wisdom or emotional escape. I'm going to share about the signs, the traps, and the spiritual framework that protects your iman, your dignity, and the next women who may enter your life. Look, this conversation is not for everyone. It is for the Muslim man caught between divorce and rebuilding. People around you may think you're okay, working, functioning, smiling when needed. But deep down, questions you rarely say out loud keep returning. Like, should I remarry soon? Am I delaying this too long? Am I ready, or am I just lonely? Let me challenge you early. The real question is not, should I remarry or rebuild spiritually? The better question is, am I remarrying from strength and responsibility, or from pain and emotional hunger? That single distinction changes everything. Because marriage can protect a man, but it cannot rescue a man who refuses to face his own shadows. I learned this the hard way, through painful self-reflection and watching other good brothers repeat the same mistakes. Many were more religious than me, more hardworking and sincere. But they rushed, not because they were ready, but because they were hurting inside, and pain has a way of wearing the mask of urgency. I remember the nights myself. The house felt too quiet, the bed too empty. You see families together and sometimes aches, not just for marriage, but for what it represented: belonging, peace, an intact, stable future. That ache forced me to ask a brutal question. Was I ready to build, or desperate to stop the hurting? Hold that thought, because this is exactly where many of us take the wrong turn. First, check your intention. Not politely, but brutally. If your reasons are clean, such as, I want halal companionship and intimacy, I want to build a peaceful, faith-centered home, or I want to love, lead, provide and grow, and I've learned from my past. However, if your reasons are as dangerous as this, I'm tired of being alone, I need someone to make me feel whole again, I want validation or proof that I'm still desirable, I need pain relief. Brother, if your main drive is to escape discomfort, pause. Marriage should be an act of obedience and responsibility, not temporary emotional anesthesia. A man is not ready for marriage if every lonely night turns into a crisis. Loneliness is human, but if it drives you to panic, seek haram attention, scrolling on the phone what you shouldn't, or chase marriage just to numb the void, then you don't need a wife. You need discipline first. Marriage does not remove emptiness. It exposes it. Yes, a wife can comfort you, but she cannot become your Qiblat. Our Prophet ﷺ said, the most complete in faith are those best in character. A man still running from his own emptiness will struggle to lead with good character. Allah must remain the center, always. Now, the mirror most men avoid, such as, will I punish my future wife for what my ex did? Will I compare her words, her cooking, her body, her silence to the ghosts of my past? Will I stay emotionally closed off and call it being strong? Yeah, that may sound like masculine protection. However, it is often fear wearing a deep voice. A strong man sets boundaries. He observes and verifies, but he does not make an innocent woman carry wounds she did not create. She is not your mommy. She is somebody's daughter with her own hopes, fears, and dignity. You, let me remind again, you do not enter her life as a storm and call it love. I've observed brothers remarrying within months or the first few years. At the start, everything looks promising. New excitement, new hope. But the old insecurity, anger, comparison, and emotional hunger travel with them. Eventually, the same fire burns in a different house. Not because marriage failed, because honest self-confrontation never happened. The wrong remarriage doesn't heal the first wound, it creates a second one. So how do you know if you are actually ready? You may be ready to seriously consider remarriage when you can do this or you have this. For example, you can think about your ex-spouse without obsession or rage. You accepted your qadar and taken ownership of your own mistakes. You no longer need a woman to regulate your emotions or self-worth. You maintain 5 daily prayers even when no one is watching. You can walk away from beauty if the character and values are weak. You have financial clarity and the discipline to lead. You are focused more on what you can give than what you can receive. And you want to build safety, not just escape loneliness. These are not perfect man standards. These are mature man standards. So, don't rush, don't delay forever. Instead, use structure by taking 90 days or 3 months to rebuild your foundation. That includes praying your 5 prayers on time with presence and khushu'. Add daily istighfar and Quran recitation. Train your body consistently. Run, weightlift, jog, anything. Next, clean your phone and reduce haram triggers. Fast voluntarily, especially on the white days and Mondays and Thursdays. Journal honestly and stop blaming only her. Look at yourself. You're not perfect. Speak to one mature, trustworthy Muslim brother. And finally, seek proper counsel or therapy if the wounds run deep in your body. After 90 days, ask yourself, am I calmer, closer to Allah, less desperate? Am I clearer about the wife and home I want? And my favorite, am I ready to give, not just receive? The answers will tell you more than your emotions ever will. So let's recap. Marriage is not the enemy. Loneliness is not the enemy too. But using marriage as emotional escape, boy, that is dangerous. So use this sequence. When you are going through pain, repent. Instill discipline in your life. Make sure you charter a clear vision and seek counsel with the wise ones. And then istikhara before you decide to get married. And not this approach. When you're going through pain, loneliness hit you, you panic, and you just marry anyone that is within your proximity. Low-hanging fruit. The strongest move is not rushing. It is not hiding forever either. The strongest move is becoming the kind of man whose next marriage is a continuation of obedience, mercy, and leadership, not a reaction to pain. So if this hit deep inside you, I made something for you. It's called the Muslim Man Rebuild Playbook, a practical step-by-step guide to rebuilding after divorce with discipline, emotional control, spiritual strength, and self-respect. Link is in the description. If this resonated with you, subscribe to my channel. It is for Muslim men striving to rebuild themselves with dignity. And drop a comment. Do you think most divorced brothers remarry too soon or delay too long? I read every comment. Until next time, protect your iman, protect your dignity, and rebuild like a man entrusted by Allah. Assalamualaikum.